Hey y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have swatches of the Middle of Winter collection releasing this Saturday, February 25th from Tux Polish. These were sent to me for review and I'll link Tux Polish's storefront and social media down below. This collection is made of 3 paint and stamp cream polishes as well as 3 hollows. The hollows will retail for $10 each and the creams will retail for $9.50. You will be able to pick up this entire collection for $55.50. I'll go ahead and get into my swatch and review today. I did not do stamping tests, but these are all amazing stampers, especially the creams. I did do a really quick gradient stamp for you. I also have some nail art at the end, so stay tuned for that, and I'll jump right into the swatches. So first up is Orange You Ready for Spring, and this is one of the holographic polishes. It's described as a corally hollow with lots of orange glitter, larger orange hollow glitter, and some blue flakies. So this polish does lean a little bit pink in some linings, a little bit orange in some linings. Really pretty. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Orange You Ready for Spring swatched on my natural nail. This does have a really great formula. I'll go ahead and say it. I know I say this every time when I swatch for Tux Polish, but she does have a longer stem. So just watch out for drippage down the stem and make sure that you do a nice wipe before you apply. This went on amazing at one coat. I feel like if I had shorter nails, I could call this a one coat hollow. I did get a little bit of flash of nail line under different lighting, so I am going to go ahead and show you what a second coat looks like. A second coat does bring this completely opaque for me, but you may be able to get away with just one coat. So here is a look at that completed mani before top coat. This one does dry down just a little bit dull. Top coat will help bring out all of that holographic glitter. Here's the view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting and once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So next up is Earmuffs and Mittens, and this is one of the cream polishes. I do believe that this is my #1 top pick of this collection. This is described as a mauve cream. It does have some gold shimmer in there as well. It's not super evident on the nail, but it is in there. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Earmuffs and Mittens swatched on my natural nail. It's no secret at all that I love the Tux Polishes creams. This one is no exception. It went on so smooth and so easy. You would have no idea at all that this dries completely matte. That's just how amazing the formula is. It did self-level really well, and I didn't have to move too quickly, but here's a look at that completed mani. This one does dry completely matte. So here's a look at a different angle in direct sunlight with top coat. Still really pretty with top coat. It does help bring out that gold shimmer as well in this polish. So this is my swatch photo under artificial lighting and then once more at an angle in direct sunlight. Next up is Spring Green Dreams, and this is another of the cream polishes. This is described as an olivey spring green cream. So this doesn't have any shimmer. I don't believe that I could see or catch. I think it's the only cream that doesn't. I'll go ahead and show you a quick brush shot, and I'll show you how Spring Green Dreams swatched on my natural nail. So here is one easy coat. Again, just complete amazing coverage at one coat. This is going to bring this one completely opaque, no problems. It did self-level a little bit on the slower side, especially considering some of the other Tux Polishes creams, but again, this is one that dries completely matte. The formula was easy to work with. So here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. It almost pulled a little bit jade for me in direct sunlight. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting and then once more at an angle in direct sunlight. Next is Winter Skies, and this is the last of the cream polishes and another one of my top picks. It's described as a gray cream with a little bit of scatter hollow throughout. So when I picked this up, I was like for sure that this is one of the holographic polishes in this collection. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Winter Skies swatched on my natural nail. This does have a little bit of a thicker formula compared to the other creams, but it does go on in one nice, easy, smooth coat. You do get some of that hollow there. It's not crazy evident on the nail, but it is just a little bit of spark in that cream base, which I absolutely love. This is a very deep, vampy color. It never pulled completely black on my nails, so this is definitely a gray underneath all different lightings. So here is a look at that completed mani before top coat. This is another one that does dry nice and matte. Even with that matte finish, you do get some of that glitter shining through. So here's a look at a different angle in direct sunlight with top coat, and again, just a beautiful amount of glitter in there. So this is my swatch photo under artificial lighting and then once more at an angle in direct sunlight. Next up is Ice Violet, and this is described as a bluish violet hollow full of holographic flakes, larger purple glitter, and purple hollow glitter. So a lot going on in this polish. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Ice Violet swatched on my natural nail. So here is one easy coat. This one does go on a little bit sheer, but it's going to build up really quickly. It does have that nice, almost jelly purple tinted base. It doesn't go on gritty at all, nice and smooth with good even coverage, just a little bit sheer. So I'll let this dry and then come back in for a second coat. So here is my second coat. I am going to go in for a nice thick second coat here. If you did it a little bit thinner, you may need to go in for a third coat. 2 coats does add a lot of depth and a ton more glitter. So I am going to call this completely opaque at 2 coats. Here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. This one just dries down a little bit dull, not bad, and it's not super textured or anything like that at all. Just an easy coat of top coat will help smooth that out and bring out all the glitter. Here's a view from a different angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So lastly today I have this collection's namesake. This is Middle of Winter. It's described as a deep berry jelly hollow with pink micro glitter and flaky. So those pink flakes do bring this a little bit warmer compared to the other purple in this collection. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I will say that this is another one of my top picks. So I'll show you how Middle of Winter swatched on my natural nail. Here is one easy coat. Again, this one is a little bit sheer. It's very much micro glitter, so it's going to take a little bit to build it up. It does have a very deep, pigmented, gorgeous base. At one coat, I did end up doing a little bit of a thicker first coat due to drippage down the stem, but this has really great coverage at just one coat for me. I am going to go ahead and let that dry and show you what a second coat looks like. A second coat for sure brings this one completely opaque for me. I do love the warm tones in here. And I love that it's a vampy polish to pull us all the way through the end of winter and into the spring. So here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. Again, not badly textured. It does dry down a tiny bit matte though. So here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So really quickly, I thought I'd go ahead and show you how the cream polishes pick up because they do an amazing job. I am using a Bundle Monster stamping plate. I was going to do some nail art with all 3 of these at once. That's why I have this recorded like this, but I figured I would go ahead and show you how they all picked up. I am going to apply all 3 creams to this one image. So I'm just going to scrape low and at a 45-degree angle and then do an upwards roll with my clear stamper, and here's a quick look at how those picked up. Really opaque. These are going to show up over white or black or anything in between. For my final look today, I ended up doing a drag mani, which I'm not proficient at, or blobby cures either, but I figured I'd go ahead and show you my attempt at this. So I am going to do a nice thick coat of earmuffs and mittens. It's okay if you get a little pulling here. You do want it to be nice and thick so you can add a blobby cure. So here I'm adding drops of Winter Skies, and I really had no idea what I wanted the final look to even look like. I was just trying to pull off my best Civietta. Next I'm going to add some drops of the Middle of Winter to the center of those because I know I love how hollow looks in a drag and mani. Next I'm going to use a thin paintbrush and just drag like you would if you were making a heart shape. I tried to angle all of my drags down to the outside corner of my nail, and I actually really liked how these ended up looking. I do wish I had added more blobs to the drag. So I'll let that dry for a good long bit because it is a thick amount of polish on the nail. And next I'm going to top coat with Super Chickle Lacquer's Liquid Macro. And I think this really finishes off nicely. These were my top 3 picks, and I really love how they look together. So here's a look at that completed mani with top coat. I did do a drag mani on both my middle and ring nail and just plain Winter Skies on my index and pinky. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with that top coat. And this is my swatch photo in that direct sunlight. So if you'd like to see more photos of these polishes, I do have those available on my blog at sloppyswatches.wordpress.com. Or you can follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. I do post the live swatches there. I will leave Tux Polish's storefront and social media down below, so definitely check those out. And thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.